Hi folks, Tom Franiak here with Midwest Cabinets and Design. The holiday season will soon be over, the winter will soon be gone, and the remodeling season will soon be on us. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about remodeling your kitchen and how do you select the quality company to do that for you. If you make your decision solely on price, you are in for one heck of a ride and a lot of disappointment. Our founding father, Benjamin Franklin, once said that the bitterness of poor quality will remain long after the sweetness of low price is forgotten. Now, does that mean that we can't buy good value? Because let's face it, value is a balance between reasonably priced and good quality. You're actually getting what you pay for. If we base our decisions solely on price and we're looking for the cheapest person to do it, well, where are they cutting the cost? Is it in their manufacturing facilities? Is it in the quality of product they use? Is it in, hate to say it, but themselves? In this industry, I've run across many disappointed people, many disappointed clients who chose somebody who chose not to show up anymore. Because what happens is, well, you can lay out a lot of your hard-earned dollars and invest them into a kitchen with the wrong person, and when it was bid incorrectly halfway through, the contractor realizes that they no longer are making wages on your project. So what do? They quit coming and they go to another company or another client to work for. So how do we properly choose a company? In my opinion, you have to make a proper balance between the quality of the product you're choosing, the quality of the individual or company you're choosing, and the amount of investment they're asking for, and you need to balance that. I hope by taking a few moments of your time today that perhaps I can help you wade through the waters of crummy contractors. So let's go with the first thing, price. For instance, all of our products are UV coated, baked on finishes, and all of our products come with a 5-year guarantee for the product. We guarantee our installation for life because once the cabinet is screwed to the wall, it shouldn't fall off the wall. So if it ever did, we would come back and repair it at our cost, whether we have to replace cabinets or just reinstall something because it failed. Now, what do the other contractors do? I know many of you have been there. You hired somebody because he was the cheapest guy for the job. And then when things went south, he was gone. Not returning your phone calls, emails, or text messages. He's running from a problem he created. So, when selecting a contractor for your job, I suggest that you actually do the legwork. Go look at the Google reviews. Go look at the Facebook reviews. Ask for references and make phone calls to folks that have actually worked with the person you're about to choose, whether that be me or one of my competitors. We want you to have a great experience with us, and we're not afraid of anything that we've done. We stand behind everything we've done. If you ask us for references, our customers are glad to show off our work. And most of those look as good today as the day they were put in. Now, I can't control how much abuse a kitchen gets once we've put it in, but I can tell you that I have kitchens out there that are over 15 years old and look as good as the day they were installed. Why? because they were installed properly and they were installed with the proper products. And the clients I have that chose to use me, they probably chose to invest a little bit more to make sure that they get a better product that will last longer, and in return it becomes a less expensive product. Per year, the cost of my product will go down. Why? Because it'll last in your home as long as you want it to. I suggest that even if you choose a company that isn't me, one of my competitors, there's many great companies out there, and I'm not always the right fit, whether that be the time frame that, that we're on. Maybe we're booked out too far for you. Maybe we can't access a product that you're looking for. We just don't have the product. But when it comes to quality and service, I can guarantee you that, well, I put our company at the top. I don't think anyone does it better than us. I think some run a pretty close second, but I will always put our company above everyone else. And I will always work hard to make sure that you have all the lines of communication open to you that you need to have open. If you make a phone call to us and we don't pick up the phone, we will return that phone call within 24 hours. I think that's in a reasonable amount of time to expect a return phone call. You send us a text message, we'll return it. If you send us email, we'll return it. And we welcome all forms of communication. We like to use all forms of communication. So when choosing a company, make sure that the company you choose has the same, well, in my opinion, the same philosophy. After all, if you're going to lay down a big deposit, you might want to know that the company is actually going to return your phone call so that you don't feel like they went off to Maui somewhere. The other thing is, choose people that don't look like an unmade bed. Let's face it, the construction industry is a dirty, dirty industry. It depends on which trade you're in as to how dirty you actually get. But in using my trade, cabinetry, I come across a lot of sawdust, caulk, and, well, on hot days, a lot of perspiration. But if you call me out to come and look at your kitchen, I'm not going to come looking like I just crawled out of a sewer. Why? Because I have pride in my appearance, and I want you to feel comfortable in choosing me that, well, that I'm a person who has some self-worth. Now, yes, we get dirty in the field, but that doesn't mean we can't put on a clean shirt to come visit you for a business meeting. I think it's important to choose people who have this same type of value put on themselves. In my experience, in both people who have worked in my home and people who I have hired to work in your home, if they can't take care of themselves, if they can't comb their hair and put on a clean shirt, that's probably how the end product's going to turn out. They don't care enough to make sure all the nail holes are puttied, and they don't care enough to make sure your floors are swept up at the end of the day. So take a look at the person that you're about to hire. Do they value themselves? Because if they don't, they won't value your home. They won't value your pets, your furniture, your yard. I see contractors all day long that drive over customers' lawns without permission, mind you. Now, if we're trying to bring something heavy into your home and are looking for easy access, of course, maybe the customer will let you drive on the lawn. But at least ask permission before you do it. Or even something as simple as stabbing a yard sign in the front yard before construction begins. Did they ask permission? We would. We don't assume anything in your home. We will always ask permission before we do anything. Now, once construction starts, if we're installing the project, we will take control because we know our job. But through the meetings we have, the pre-construction meetings, the morning meetings, the daily phone calls, the open lines of communication, I think you'll always feel that you will know what's going to happen, and you will feel comfortable that we are in control. The other thing, when choosing a contractor, what's the quality of the product? How do they finish it? What materials are they going to use? What's the joinery and the cabinetry? How about the hardware? There's many types of hardware. There is epoxy coated side glides that sell for about $2 a glide. All the glides we use are tandem self-closing drawer slides that sell for about $14 a drawer glide. An increase in cost, but an increase in value. And let's face it, it's what all the cool kids want. I have never had anyone that was disappointed that their doors and drawers soft close. It's a nice feature. And if you're going to have a product for 20, 30 years, why not make it as nice as you can with the amount of finances you have available to you, without overbuilding your house, of course, because maybe you're using it as an investment, want to sell it someday. But we all know the updated kitchen is the #1 thing that sells the home. So what kind of product do we want to put in that home? Is it a cheap, cheaply constructed, cheap finishes, just everything about it says amateuristic? I myself, if I'm going to do something amateuristic, I'm going to do it for myself in my home, trying to learn on my own stuff. If I'm going to put something in your home, it's something that I've done for many, many years. And I'm pretty sure what the outcome's going to be before we even get started. Now, many of the guys that I like to call them playing cabinet maker in their backyard, I don't really think they're shade tree mechanics or shade tree cabinet makers, but they do play cabinet maker in their backyard. They will always try to tell you that the product that you need to have in your home is a 3/4 side and bottom. Why? Because that's what they can get from the big box stores. They don't do enough volume to buy in bulk from national wood suppliers. And the other thing is that they're buying everything onesies, twosies. They go to Lowe's. Shouldn't have said it. They go to the big box stores. They purchase a few sheets for your project and then take them to their garage or their backyard or their shed, and they construct cabinets based on, well, the most cost-effective way for them to do it. So what that means is maybe you don't get all the dados for the floor to be dadoed into the side of the cabinet. Maybe there's no dado on the side of the cabinet for the back to lock into so that it doesn't fall off the wall a couple months after they hung it. They'll also have inferior ways of supplying adjustable shelving systems. Many of them don't use joinery to attach the face frame to the box and just nail it on and then putty the holes. Some of those ways were done years ago because that's the only technology we had to do it. Today, there's many ways to hide fasteners and have dados and rabbets and different types of cabinetry. Joinery, dovetails for example, in your drawers. It's done so that the product lasts a long time for you. It also shows quality and workmanship. A lot of them, some of them are old world hand cabinet making techniques that we have learned how to do today because of where machinery has come. Technology has come a long way with robotics to build cabinetry, which has brought the cost down and allowed us to build manufactured cabinets for a lot less than we used to be able to. So make sure that the person you select has good quality. We don't need 3/4 inch sides. The granite that you most likely have selected, or quartz, to install on top of your new cabinetry, the 1/2 inch plywood for its weight is stronger than steel. It's all that's required. Guys playing cabinet makers in their backyard, they don't use 1/2 inch because it's hard to work with the inferior equipment they have. They choose those products because it's easy for them. The joinery is chosen because it's easy for them. The finishes they use is because it's easy for them. Now they sell it for a lot less money, but understand what I'm saying. Somebody who comes in with an extremely low price and is cutting the quality in the finished product because it's easy for them, the only person they're looking out for is them. They're not looking out for you, the client. Now, let's face it, we're all in business to earn a profit. That's the elephant in the room. But do we have to supply a product that's going to fail the client in order to earn a profit? I don't think so. Our goal here at Midwest Cabinets and Design is not to come back and keep working on your project. We want you to go out and tell your friends, your neighbors' friends, tell your enemies, because you're trying to become friends again, that you had a great deal from us and you should use us. We don't look to build our business on one job. We look to build it on a lot of jobs. And unfortunately, we have to earn a profit or we don't stay in business. And then you don't get to use us. Nobody gets to use us. So we do have to charge enough to stay in business, but I look for products that I think you are going to love for a long time. We use Rev-A-Shelf products as all of our organizing cabinet organizers because they're the best in the business. Not because I get the best deal on them. The more of them I buy, the less it costs. And I can pass those costs on to you, or those savings onto you. And I'm happy to do it because I want to offer my product at the best value. Value is where cost and quality have good balance. If you buy at the cheapest price, they will most likely cut in value. They will cut in quality, which gives you poor value. The other thing is, well, the workers. Is the person you selected coming out to do the job himself? It's possible. There are some small companies that I really admire. They do it right, and they do it to the best of their ability, always looking out for the client. If they're not going to come out and do it themselves, do they look like an unmade bed? Do they look like a reject from a jailhouse? Do they look like somebody you want in your home? Because if they have no self-worth, if they don't have the worth to put on a clean shirt before they come do business with you, then they're probably not going to treat your home or your new cabinet products with care and concern because they don't care about themselves. Now, I've hired a lot of people in my 35 years of cabinetry because we're always growing. We're always looking to change and adapt to the marketplace. And trust me, whether it was people I've hired to work in my home or in my company, every time they looked like an unmade bed, every time they couldn't put on a clean shirt at the start of a new day, they did not do quality work. They did not place enough value on themselves, so how could they possibly place value on me? You know, here at Midwest Cabinets and Design, I realize that what we're asking for might be your summer vacation to remodel your kitchen. It might be the inheritance you just got. It might be a large gift or a bonus that could have been used elsewhere. We take it serious to make sure that the experience is of the highest it can be. We make sure that if people work for us, although we're working in a dirty business, and we do get dirty during the day, do they have the appearance of somebody who values you, your home, your children, your pets, your yard, your grass? Because when you get into the remodeling process, you will find out that in order to remodel the kitchen, the heart of the home, we will access many, many parts of your home to do that. We may need to be in the basement to turn off water or electricity. We may use your garage as a staging ground for large tools such as table saws and miter box saws. Our people will need to use a restroom. So give them one close by. Though summer day, they might want to eat lunch on your back porch. Enjoy the day. Get some fresh air. Again, we don't do anything without your permission. And our people should never be in a room that they have no business in. But understand that we will access many parts of your home to get the job done. And we'll need to. Choose people that you trust to be in your home. The cheapest guy is usually not the guy that can be trusted. He's usually the guy that everyone else fired because of things he's done in the past. I hope that the time I've taken this morning will help you in making a good quality decision. Whether you choose me or whether you choose one of my competitors, it's okay if you do. I am just saying that I will do my best to earn your business, and I will always have an open line of communication. I will always select products that I think work best in your home for your needs, and I will always value your home as if it was my grandmother's home. Have a great day. Thank you for spending a few moments with me. May your remodeling ventures go unhindered. And if they do, I hope if you do have pitfalls, I hope you've chosen a contractor that'll help you through them. Have a great day.